Hello everybody, welcome back to Destiny 2. Today I'm going to be going over a Strand Hunter build that is super good for just about anything, if you're just running strikes or if you're doing Endgame. Obviously the crafting bug's still going on, so technically anything can be good, but obviously we're not talking about that today. We're going to be going over a pretty good build. So we're going to get right into it with the Strand subclass. Obviously we're just using Silk Strike, it's the only super. I want them to add more supers, that'd be kind of interesting. Same with like Stasis, they should do that. The Gambler's Dodge is what we're using, though you can use Marksman's Dodge if you want. Depends on if you are going more for weapon damage or if you want to get your Sever melee up. Obviously triple jump, we only have one melee. We're using Grapple grenade with our exotic. It is based around using a grapple, so we're definitely using that. Our first aspect is kind of interchangeable. We're using Widow's Silk, so we have two nades. Though, once you get used to this build, you can use something like Ensnaring Slam or the Threaded Spectre to either suspend stuff or have it kind of be a like decoy that they'll shoot at, which kind of acts like invisibility, I guess. But that's really up to you. I like using Widow's Silk, so I have two grapples, just makes it easier. But the second aspect, the main one, is the Whirling Maelstrom. This is the new one that just came out this season. So Destroying a Tangle will weave a violent, withering mass of strand fibers, excuse me about the car, of the strand mass seeks out and damages targets, emitting unraveling projectiles when it defeats them. This is really good. Anytime you make a tangle, anytime you shoot it or throw it, it will explode and it will fly around killing a bunch of stuff. It does really good in any content. It's really awesome. Fragments, we have the Thread of Fury, so damage targets with a tangle grants melee energy. This is just so we have another way to get Threaded Spike up, which is just nice to sever everything. Thread of Generation, so dealing damage generates grenade energy. Once again, Grapple is the main thing in our build, so obviously it's really nice. This one's interchangeable. Thread of Warding, picking up a Orb of Power grants Woven Mail. We're getting Woven Mail from using our Grapple with the exotic helmet that we're using, but if you want another way to get Woven Mail, just because it's so strong, Thread of Warding. You can also do like Thread of Ascent, so you reload when you grapple, or like Thread of Transmutation. Well, you have Woven Mail. Actually, excuse me, that's our fourth aspect, never mind. You could change this out for like defeating suspended targets class ability energy. If you're using, instead of a Widow's Silk, you could use Ensnaring Slam. Thread of Transmutation, well, you have Woven Mail, weapon final blows create a tangle. This is any weapon final blow. I'm using strand weapons, but you can use anything you want for this. It's literally weapon final blows. It does not specify strand weapons, so it's really nice. For the weapons here, I'm using Quicksilver Storm. You can also use, once again, any primary you want. This is just good because it has strand, and then when you get kills with the grenade, it can spawn more tangles. Just another way we can make tangles. I'm using the Airmite as my fusion, or as my secondary here. It's just a really good damage option. We have a lot of ad clear with this build, so just having damage on top of what we already have is really good. And then Heavy is pretty interchangeable, but I'm using the new Trials Grenade Launcher. You really want auto-loading Bait and Switch. I still haven't gotten a good Bait and Switch one. This is probably the best GL in the game if you can get Bait and Switch. I have Vorpal, so not the greatest, but it still works and does a good job. Terms of our exotic, we're using the thing I'm not even going to try to pronounce. This thing is really ugly too. But yeah, Acrobat's Focus, gain Woven Mail when activating Grapple. Increase flinch resistance while Woven Mail is active. That's okay, I guess, but the gain Woven Mail while activating Grapple is what we're really interested in. In terms of mods here, if I can push the right button, on our helmet, I am using Heavy Ammo Finder, Harmonic Siphon. You can also use Siphon matching your secondary. If you really want to, you can also do this for like grenade kills or like Ashes to Asset, or the hands-on works as well. On the gloves, I'm using Heavy-Handed and Impact Induction. On the chest piece, it's just resistance mods. On the boots, I'm using 2 strand weapon surges. You can do 3 and just get rid of your mod here. I definitely recommend having good stats though. Then on the class item, I'm using Powerful Attraction. Which actually I don't think you... Oh, no, it's Overpowers. Yeah, never mind. And then Time Dilation, which is really good for your surges. So, yep, it is a pretty strong build. It can carry you through endgame pretty well, and obviously it's just good everywhere. A lot of builds work everywhere. So I kind of just... I try to go for builds that work in endgame as well, because that's where they need to work, I guess, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I'm just going to leave some Lost Sector footage here of me using the build, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys try out the build. It's a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun making these builds, and I hope you guys enjoy. See ya.